All right, welcome back everybody. Before we get into today's video, I have a little something to say. I sold the Celica Supra from the previous two videos that I've done on it. I kind of fixed it up, got it so it was a great running daily driver, put cool wheels on it, made it low, but as things go, you know, usually things have a price, and I woke up one morning and I had a offer in my DMs on Instagram, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go ahead and move the car along to someone that could love it harder than I could. And shout out to Philip. That's the man that bought my car. I will link his Instagram in the description so you can follow the car. It's life's journey. But he did buy it without the wheels. He had some sick other wheels that he put on the car, so you'll have to go check that out for yourself. But yeah, shipped all the way off to Louisiana. So, and you know, I'll put a little clips in right here where the car was getting loaded up. It's a little bittersweet and a little soon, but the beloved Celica XX has been sold. I was given an offer that I couldn't refuse, and yeah, I wish that I was able to keep it longer, but you know, it was the right time. So now she's all prepped and ready to be sent off to Louisiana. Yeah, I'll do film a little bit of it being loaded up, and then we say goodbye to the old Supra. I'm getting a little sentimental now. I'm gonna miss the thing. Got it back to its stock ride height with the wheels that it came on. She's just a little dirty, but yeah, off to a great home. I already know the new owner is going to do great things with the car. All right, Philip, I wish you the best of luck. Congrats on your 1983 Toyota Celica XX. But yeah, thank you for everyone that watched those videos on that car. It was a good car, ran great. It's time for a new era to begin. A new American era. Now I gotta use all standard size tools instead of metric. So without further ado, let me show you the brand new addition to my fleet, which is a 1973 F250 Explorer Edition. So let's check it out. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. My F250 Dent Side Explorer Edition, hence the, you know, the design and everything. Pretty straight. The bed's got a little bit of bonkage, but that's nothing we can't fix. Missing a tailgate. I gotta get myself a tailgate. Look at that sick orange interior, bro. Let's move to the back. So cool. I've always wanted a truck, but I've never, you know, I've always liked low cars more than the big truck stuff. But I think I'm gonna really like this. This is gonna be a good truck. There's a sick front end. Ford. Let's check out what this motor looks like. Boom, 390 big block. America. None of this Japanese tinfoil cars. Need me some man and country, some bald eagles. Bah. So basically today, this radiator is plastic and has a massive hole in the bottom of it. So we're replacing the radiator with a new aluminum one. We're doing the water pump, doing spark plugs, spark plug wires, any maintenance that you could probably think of. I can't remember if I said water pump, but I probably just said water pump. We're gonna do the water pump. Air filter. Dude, this thing has power steering and AC, which is pretty awesome. We're gonna see if we can get the AC to be revived. It's got a new battery, which is pretty sick. But it has new stuff that I was noticing, like it has a new fuel pump. It's got a new coil. It's got a new rotor in the distributor. So there's been a little bit of love, but we're gonna get this back to being on the road, being able to be, you know, daily driven, because it's gonna be pretty cool. We'll dig into more of the details later on when I like get the car finished and everything, but today, or we're just right now, we'll be mainly getting out the old, putting in the new. Let's get to work. What's funny was I was gonna set you up on my tripod, but the tripod is like just level with the front of the truck, so you can't even get up and in here. So I'm gonna have to probably shorten all the legs and put them like there to put in, but we'll figure it out. All right, sick. Well, I just made you into a very small tripod and I put you on the fender, but now you can see the whole bay. I think I'm just gonna start by probably removing the battery terminal, and then just work on getting everything out of the way. Just removing everything that needs to be removed, and then slowly work putting everything that needs to be replaced or put back on. All right, let's go. Yeah, this feels gross. This first bolt that I'm touching on this car is a 7/16. Yeah, so first we're going to be taking off the fan shroud. It's already broken on top, so I don't know if I have to really worry about taking it out gracefully. I have a feeling I'm going to encounter many spiders while working on this car. Or, excuse me, truck. America! Alright, good. We still have metric hose clamps. Yep. Radiator. Sweet. Doesn't look half bad. I have a new one though. And because we're also replacing the thermostat. Not too bad. This is actually ridiculous. I had to pull out a step stool. Yep. Short king. That's right. Or just, I have a monster truck. Fan is out. Gotta take off the bottom rat hose first. Alright, well, radiator's out. I kind of didn't film that because I forgot to press the play button and it was getting crazy and I was spilling everywhere. Because I forgot that automatic cars have a transmission cooler. So I had to deal with that. But here's what my serpentine belt setup looks like. So I gotta peel all this back to get to the water pump. And then we can do all the other supporting stuff after that. Woo! Alright, I've been, picking away at this, but I think I'm going to do some YouTube magic because I need to take off this whole bracket, the AC bracket, all the stuff to even get to the water pump. So I think I'm just going to snap my fingers and make the process go way quicker. Alright, there you have it. All the belts are off, all the brackets are off. I got the AC tied up out of the way. So now it's just going to be getting that water pump off. I already loosened this guy up. This will just thread into the next one. But yeah, it's just 2 bolts on both sides, taking that top hose off, and this whole water pump should just come off. Aha. We'll leave that for now. Oh, also, next day, just put the water pump on. We're gonna let that sit. That's just snugged. We're gonna do all the other things and then torque it down in like an hour. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and undo all of the spark plug wires and swap out all the spark plugs. So then the next steps will be to put everything back on and drain the oil and do an oil change and then put new coolant in. We're almost there. Things are not looking good right now. I'm very scared. Another new day. Basically, to catch you guys up, I went to go change the spark plugs and I almost lost one. It was almost tragic. I'll put in a picture of what it ended up looking like. But we got them all done. New wires, new plugs. And then right now I have all of the, I have the alternator, power steering, and AC compressor all on. And now I'm going to hook up all the belts and then tighten everything down and then work on getting the, holy moly, what am I doing? What am I doing this all for? A radiator. Putting in a new radiator. Let's go take care of that, shall we? Oh yeah, and here's basically new wires on. This is just sitting on there for now, but there's alternator, all the pulleys back on. We just need to throw the belts on and then we'll be good as new. I'm so skipping ahead and I haven't been filming a whole bunch, but all right, I'm filming now. It's like another day later. Let's set up the tripod. Let's put the radiator in. I do not have a new fan shroud yet. As you can see that one's exploded in the trash corner. But we're gonna put this in, just see if everything is plumbed correctly, holds tight, and see how she do. Holy boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, radiator is in, all cinched down. Just need to throw some coolant. Again, fan shroud not in yet, but that'll come later. But all right, let's start glugging. See if it leaks. Cross fingers. I think it's time for a test drive. Oh yeah. All right, let's take this for a test drive. All right, I would say that that is a pretty successful test drive with the things that I touched. Everything that I haven't touched, like I couldn't put fuel in the tank. We just went to the gas station, couldn't put fuel in the tank. It kept regurgitating out, so some breathers blocked off or something. And none of my fuel gauge for both tanks is not working. So I gotta figure out if it's the sender itself or something else, if it's the switch. But I will report back once I figure that out. All right. Things have happened in between last time I filmed when I had you check for the, well, let me fix my fuzz. All right, a couple things have happened since I checked the fuel and everything. So I had to put in a new fuel sending unit because it turns out it was bad. Obviously, it wasn't sending the proper signal, and it just also was leaking. So I decided, boom, I got a new one, and so now the gauge works. And so yeah, it turns out when we went to go put fuel in and it wasn't fueling up, it was full, but it was just reading empty. And I went to go take the fuel cylinder out. Fuel got all over me, in my eyes, in my mouth. I almost died. I died basically, and I came back to life. But we got the new sender in, and then we got what else did I do? Sender, and then I got a new fan shroud too, so the truck doesn't get a little hot anymore. It stays right in the center of the gauge. But yeah, so I had to take care of a couple more things before finalizing this video. But without further ado, let's give you guys a little walk around and overview of the 73 Dent side. Now, of course, after you've now seen the truck is not perfect, but I bought it with a big hole in the radiator. You can see now that I have the aluminum one in there. I mean, you watched me do it all, but yeah, certain things like doesn't have a tailgate, and it has a bonk, But that's character. The fact that it's all original paint with the stripe, I couldn't walk away from the truck. But yeah, so it's a 1973 Explorer Special, and it's in its factory orange. I think it's called burnt orange, but I think with a little bit of zhuzhing and some love, this thing can come back to life pretty quick. But yeah, so this will now be more or less the daily. Yeah, so I'm gonna miss the Supra, but Peapod truck. I like being a Peapod truck. All right, let's dive into the motor and see all that I did. All right, so a couple things I still need to address is carb needs a rebuild. It's a little leaky. I think the top cap on the booster needs to be replaced because it keeps leaking out, but oil's topped off, coolant's topped off. We've got a new radiator. Look at that sexy fan shroud in there. Yeah, so it stays cool forever. Painted some of the brackets. Got the new temp and new filler neck or water neck, whatever. Excuse me. The water pump is all the way in there somewhere. But yeah, still gotta clean up the valve covers. It's got a new battery. But yeah, it's getting there now. It fires up first try. But yeah, very happy with how this thing is turning out. Another thing that I'm super happy to say is that after I topped off all the fluids, oh, that's the brake situation out of the master, but this thing doesn't leak any oil or trans fluid. It's crazy. Let's see if we can get a look in here. New fuel pump. I didn't do that, it was already like that. I put a new filter on. Yeah. But yeah, very pleased with how this is coming out. But yeah, that's about it. Well, all right, I think that does it. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next one.